You know, we'll have our very own natural fireworks as we head through the next several hours. Our fireworks forecast in Toronto and really right across southern Ontario is looking fair. We have mostly sunny skies, clear skies, and the only thing we have to watch out for are the winds. Winds and fireworks don't mix. There is a light breeze in southern Ontario right now, so just keep that in mind. While we're on the topic of Canada Day, we thought this would put a smile on your face. In Atlantic Canada, people were out singing, "Oh Canada." I apologize if that hurt your ears. It did mine a bit. That was an interesting final note, but we appreciated it. We mentioned earlier, how hot did we get in the city of Toronto for today? Downtown hit just over 30 degrees, 29 at Pearson. Waterloo got up to 28, obviously felt warmer with the humidity. If we take a look next at our 7-day forecast, if you're sick of the heat and you're sick of the humidity, the good news is it will still feel like the low 30s for tomorrow, but more into the mid to upper 20s into next weekend, so less oppressive. You know, we did see some storm clouds in southern Ontario today, but why didn't the big thunderstorms fire up? Thank you very much, Kim, for that. You know, here in southern Ontario, specifically for the city of Toronto, it's going to be a great start to the day on Wednesday. Sunshine, temperatures still on the mild side. But we were talking so much about the thunderstorm potential today. What went wrong? Here's meteorologist Jacqueline Whittall with an explanation. Exactly. Thank you very much, Jacqueline, for that. Slight risk of an isolated shower in Toronto tomorrow. We'll talk about that next, and an update on Arthur near Florida.
For your quick
Ottawa for the birthday celebrations. It was cloudy. There was a tornado warning for parts of Ottawa and southern Quebec at one point today, but the thunderstorm risk has really died down. And specifically here in southern Ontario, things are looking great for fireworks. It's still going to be mild through the night tonight, but winds become the biggest threat. Don't forget, as far up in the sky a firework can go, they can go out that far as well, and that becomes a danger or a threat to people standing around and watching the fireworks. So on this map, orange represents winds sustained at about 20 kilometers per hour. It is going to be fairly breezy. Keep an eye on the winds, but all in all, the weather should be okay. I hope you enjoyed the weekend. It was beautiful up and around Barrie and cottage country for the most part. Hot and humid, great weather to be out by the water. Even today, downtown Toronto hit about 30 degrees, Pearson Airport 29, well above our seasonal average. And if you're sick of the humidity already, for tomorrow, it's still going to be feeling like the low 30s, but back to the mid 20s for the rest of the week. Now, most of us did see some storm clouds at one point through the day today. I hear you, Jacqueline. I'm rocking my curls today because when Humidex values are approaching 40, you just got to go with it, don't you, ladies? I hope you enjoyed this long weekend or extended long weekend if you had Monday off as well. It was hot and humid and sunny for the most part, but what can we expect as we head into next weekend? First of all, there is a second cold front that is going to be swinging through tomorrow. We have Toronto in about a 40 pop, risk for a shower tomorrow afternoon. Hamilton's not even in the risk, so just a passing shower, it won't be much. And then as I set this map in motion, you're going to notice that there's not an awful lot of active weather heading our way. We have 3, 4, 5 days of sunshine ahead of us with high pressure in place. But for the weekend, if you have family or friends, or if you're heading to Atlantic Canada, there is a storm system to watch. It is currently a tropical storm by the name of Arthur. It's just off of the coast of Florida, and you can see it spinning here. Coming up throughout the show, we'll show you video from Florida, but winds and rain are going to be the biggest threats. Arthur is expected, if we take a look at the track, to become a hurricane by about Thursday and potentially have an impact this weekend on Atlantic Canada. So again, that's going to be our big story. But let me showcase what it was looking like in Toronto this weekend. And if you have any outdoor activities like we had on the weekend, like Ribfest in Toronto, next weekend is looking okay as well. By Sunday, we have a slight risk of an isolated shower, but for the most part, this week is full of sunshine and Humidex values are not going to be as oppressive. Hey, how hot did we get through the day today? Florida. Arthur has sustained winds at 65 kilometers per hour. You can see it spinning off the coast of Florida there. It's moving very slowly, but if you take a look at the track, it will likely become a hurricane by Thursday, and by next weekend could bring heavy rains to Atlantic Canada.
Visit our favorite season.
Thanks, Kim. And you know what? Here in southern Ontario, I think summer should just be called Ribfest season. Every single weekend, there are at least 2 or 3 Ribfests going on, specifically here in southern Ontario. This was Ribfest out in Kitchener-Waterloo, but it was on in Toronto as well, and it was hot for it. I mean, I certainly wasn't complaining. I don't know about you. A lot of people don't like the heat and humidity, and it is going to continue for Wednesday. So let's break down what we have seen and where we're going to be by the end of the week. Downtown Toronto hit 30 degrees. Hamilton got got up to 28 degrees. All temperatures were slightly below our seasonal averages. We had one cold front already go through, and we have a secondary cold front making its way through. It's much weaker, but through the day on Wednesday. Along the cold front, we could see a few pop-up showers and thunder showers, specifically in around Toronto, and you can see it right about there. So late through the day Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, we're not ruling out an isolated thunder shower. You can see it here in our Wednesday afternoon forecast for Toronto. It's about a 40 pop. 27 degrees will actually feel closer to the low 30s. In Hamilton, we actually don't have you in that risk. You're only at a 30 pop, so very, very isolated. Wednesday will be just another warm day. But when will this humidity that we've been enjoying, if you've enjoyed it, when will it ease? That story is next.